How's it going, everybody? Once again, this is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, coming to you from the art studio because I got lots of cool stuff to share with you guys. Lots of great content, lots of valuable content to share with you guys. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about being original. Be original. What does it mean to be original? When you hear people saying, "Man, be original, man. You're an artist. Be original. You got to be original, man." What does that mean? It's so abstract. It's like abstract. It's like a butterfly. Abstract. Is this a butterfly? Is this a bird? I saw this in Napoleon Dynamite. Anyways, be original. What does it mean to be original? Guys, I'm gonna put this smack down. I'm being original here right now, okay? I'm gonna cut through the BS. When people tell you to be original, or you tell yourself maybe, "Oh man, I gotta be original." This is what normally is going through people's heads, okay? I gotta be the most unique. I gotta be the most avant-garde. My stuff has to look like nothing has anyone ever seen. That's originality. I'm here to tell you, very confused. You're very, very confused. Why? Because that is a very difficult thing to do. To start out from the races, being the most unique and the most original and the most means that you're putting yourself this huge hurdle. You're basically putting hoops with fire, and then tigers jumping, and then dragons and sharks, and then I don't know, some snakes on the side. Like, you're making it so difficult for yourself to get started. What you're really doing is procrastinating. And people are asking you to procrastinate as well. People are asking you, look, if you're going to be like everyone else, don't even get started. Don't even get started. Like, don't even do it. It's the wrong thing to do. Maybe in the beginning, you are going to be like everyone else. But if you keep doing it, in the process, originality will start coming, will start breathing. You know, you will breed originality. That's what most people don't know. Most people want to get original from the start. No artists, just about maybe I don't know. If you're basing your chances on luck, then go ahead and do that. I didn't do that. I was an ardent reader of artists. I used to love to read their bios and used to love to check out their books and whatnot when I was a kid. And one thing that I found out in a common denominator in most artists, and like 99% of artists, is that they all painted like everyone else in their time. Pollock, Monet, Van Gogh, you name anyone, they all painted like everyone else. They all created artwork like everyone else. You know, anyone you think of, Rivera, Frida Kahlo, anyone, they painted like everyone else, and then in the process, right? Some of them were a bit more original, like Frida. And I feel like that kind of happened out of just being around so much artistic, environment. Such a strong artistic environment and very mature artistic environment. Like Diego and other people around them. But most people, that didn't happen for most people. Most people painted like everyone else because they learned how to paint basics. They learned how to get their basics right. They learned how to start from a platform, right? And then from there, they added on, and then they added on, and then they subtracted, right? Many artists start subtracting when they get to a mature level. I know I'm talking about some deep stuff here for those of you who don't understand that. But as artists mature, they start subtracting, not adding. When they're starting out, they start adding. And then as they mature, they start subtracting, and their work becomes thinner, their work becomes looser, their work becomes quicker, and more spontaneous and instantaneous. And this is what happened to many of the artists when they hit a certain maturity. What I'm trying to say is that originality comes from lots of doing normal stuff that everyone else is doing. And you start finding your voice. In the noise, you start finding yourself because you're doing. See, the whole trick is you gotta start doing something. Most people want to start when the conditions are right. I talk about this extensively. Do not wait for the conditions to be right. The conditions to be right is I got to be the most original from the start. This happened to me and I wasted years doing that. I don't want you to waste years. And if that's your cup of tea, by all means, go waste all the years you want on it. What I realized was that all I had to do was just get going. And in the going and going and going, I was going to start carving and polishing. And then my own stuff was going to come out, but it was going to come out as a natural process, not because I wanted to be original. Originality came out, and I didn't necessarily push it out. It came out. I wasn't looking for it. It found me. So a lot of people are like, your stuff is very original. Now they tell me your stuff is very original, and I wasn't even aware of it. Now I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I guess it is. I don't know. Because all I'm doing is painting, right? And so that's my message to you guys. Do not try to be original. Do not try to be unique when you're starting out. Even when you're going, because you might not be painting enough. You might be painting, every now and then, and you're like, man, how can I be more original? You might be painting for 30 years in a row, and only show up every now and then enough to keep you, painting realism, or to keep you painting whatever you do, abstraction, whatever, but to keep you painting nice, like comfortable. You're in a comfortable place. It's a weekend thing, or it's every now and then. But if you want to get original, you got to put in those hours. Like you got to compact them. It can't be like, oh, I've been painting for 30 years, but you only showed up, I don't know, once or twice a week. Now, if that's your gig and you're in love with that, that's awesome. I'm not saying that that's bad. What I'm trying to say is that if you want to be a full-time artist, or you want to be this artist who creates something extremely original, you got to put in the time and you got to compact it, right? You can't put in 1 hour a week and then expect to be original 30 years later. No, you gotta really put in some time. You might even become original in 5 years if you just put in more time a day. So I'll leave you guys with that. Originality comes out of working. It comes out of doing. It doesn't come out because you had an epiphany and all of a sudden you're like, I'm the most original artist. No, it comes out of work. Okay? Just wanted to make that clear for you guys. Do not put this weight on your back when you're starting and say, I gotta be original. No, you gotta work. You gotta paint. You gotta practice. You gotta do your work and keep painting and keep drawing and keep, doing, studying, or whatever you're doing. And then originality is just going to follow you. It's going to start sniffing you. Where is originality goes to the one working the hardest. Enough said. The world's greatest living artist, Jose Trujillo. Bam! Take care, guys. Till next time.